Hey everybody, it's Alex from Android Central with a special first look at the new Samsung Galaxy Nexus. And this is a phone that needs no introduction. It's the first device to run the new version of Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich. So wasting no time, let's power the device on. And the first thing you'll notice, aside from the gorgeous Super AMOLED HD display, is the fact that you've got a new lock screen here. So you can either slide the phone to the right to unlock the device normally, or you can pull it around to the left and that will launch you straight into the new camera app. And that's what you'll see here. It's been redesigned a little bit since Gingerbread, but the main thing you'll notice is how fast it is taking pictures thanks to the zero shutter lag on the Galaxy Nexus, which is really cool. Something else which is really cool is the new Ice Cream Sandwich launcher, which you'll see here. It's very, very fast thanks to the hardware acceleration in the new version of Android. And you also get a lot of the enhancements that are in Honeycomb. So you've got resizable widgets and a completely redesigned app drawer with a special tab over on the right for adding widgets to the home screen. And in the Ice Cream Sandwich launcher, it seems like Google's taken a bit of inspiration from some of the more popular third-party Android launchers. So you've got the customizable dock area down at the bottom, and just like ADW, if you want to remove something, you just drag it up to the top of the launcher. Another point which is worth mentioning, and this is something that applies to the whole of the UI in Ice Cream Sandwich, is that it's really, really slick, and there's no slowdown at all. So you can see we're flipping through pages of the home screen really, really quickly here, and it's really responsive, no lag whatsoever, and that's again thanks to all the hardware accelerated goodness. So now we're going to take a quick look in the new settings area. This has changed a little bit in Ice Cream Sandwich. It's now categorized into system stuff and personal stuff. You've also got some quick shortcuts at the bottom here. And that includes link to the data usage area. Obviously this is a demo unit, so not much data usage on there so far. Take a look into the About section. We can see we're on Android 4.0.1. Again, pre-release software, and that'll probably be a little bit different to what you get when the Galaxy Nexus launches in November. So now we're going to move on to having a look at the new system apps in Ice Cream Sandwich. First one is the text messaging app, which has been rejigged a little bit. And instead of the menu button, we've now got all the menu items displayed along the bottom, which is a bit similar to the way Honeycomb works. Something that we noticed across all the system apps and Google apps in Ice Cream Sandwich is the way the whole interface fits together with similar fonts and visual cues. And that's something that's continued over in the Dialer app, which actually links into the new People app now. Obviously we haven't got too many contacts on here because this is a mostly untouched plain demo unit. Another test you always like to do with every new phone is the good old browser test. So we're going to fire up the Ice Cream Sandwich browser and see how the Galaxy Nexus stacks up. So it's quick to load and even quicker zooming around the page, and again that's thanks to hardware acceleration that we first saw in Honeycomb. Another Honeycomb feature which has made it across is the button setup. These are all virtual buttons that are part of the screen. So you've got back, home, and also this task switching button which you can use to jump between applications. And as you can see, we've just jumped between the browser and the settings area without actually going back to the home screen. And this is something you could sort of do on Gingerbread. You had to hold down the home button and then you'd have a list of icons rather than a preview. So it wasn't exactly the fastest way to get around. Anyway, now we're going to move on to having a look at a few more apps, starting with the clock app. So we can see the clock here with a really nice animated live wallpaper in the background. And we're going to try and have a go with Google+, but it looks like the account on this handset has been locked down, so we're not going to be able to give that a go today. What is working though is the new Gallery app, and this has been redesigned a bit. You've got a full grid of pictures now, which is really cool. Same thing for previews at the folder level. And if we tap on the camera folder, we can see the pictures that we took at the start of this video. Really nice quality in all these pictures, especially when you consider how quickly they were taken. Videos are also handled in the Gallery app just like they always were. We're having a bit of difficulty getting some of the preloaded content to play though. I'm sure that's just down to it being pre-release software on the Galaxy Nexus, and that will most likely be fixed when the product ships. So moving on from videos to music, we've got the new Google Music app on here. Pretty similar to the older Gingerbread version. It's had its colours tweaked a little bit to fit in with the style of the new version of Android, and you've also got the search bar down the bottom, which I think is new as well. And finding and playing music works just the same as it did before. And we've said it before, but everything is very, very smooth here. There's no lag when you're switching between these tabs, even when there's music playing in the background. Another really cool Google app that's been redesigned a little bit in Ice Cream Sandwich is the YouTube app, which is now arranged in 3 tabs, one for home, one for browsing videos, another one for your own account. And unfortunately there's no working Google account on this phone, so we're just going to have to skip out of that for now. But it's definitely worth mentioning that Google's given a really nice unified look and feel to all of its own system apps and Google apps in Ice Cream Sandwich. They're unique in their own ways, but they all look like they belong to the same family of applications, which is something that was maybe lacking a little bit in previous versions of Android. Anyway, that's about it for our first look at the Samsung Galaxy Nexus. Be sure to read our full write-up on AndroidCentral.com.